Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's kind of an ambitious video and I don't see it going anywhere, but still. Anyway, what if Deku could travel dimensions? So, Deku had just this is skipping to the very end of the show. Deku has defeated Shigaraki and he has fully unlocked 100% of One for All. That's when he then realizes other worlds need to be saving. But luckily, some ancient treasure falls down from the sky. It's a weird blue box that looks like a police box that he thought he saw in London one time when he went on a hero trip there. He walks into this police box and realizes it's bigger on the inside. And then he starts to realize the police box has a voice. It's got a rich British female tone voice, as then it then asks where Deku wants to go. Deku then is confused by the whole situation. Then he's like, I can't think of anywhere to go. What can I do? Maybe I can like and subscribe to James. Sorry, this is such abrupt intro. So basically, just to iron things out, if you didn't quite get it, Deku is now he's at the end of My Hero Academia. He has completely saved the world, and he's realized other worlds need to be saving. And he also realizes that there's this mysterious blue box that has just appeared as soon as he's defeated Shigaraki. Pretty stupidly, he walks in, and that's when everything's happened. And anyway, he decides where to go. He answers the question by saying to get stronger. So, that is when the blue box starts to shake around on the inside and make a loud noise that sounds a bit like wow, wow. Oh my god, this is not gonna go very well, isn't it? I can already tell. Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna roll with it anyway. So, the blue box appears to land, making a weird noise, and then the blue box repeats to Deku that we are here. So Deku walks outside to find a brand new dimension, which is weird. Um, and he can only tell it's a brand new dimension by the different colours of the grass, and everything looks slightly off, but the same at the same time. And he does get told that it's a different dimension, so then he decides to go out, and then that's when he sees Deku. That's when he sees a weird muscly character fly over him. The weird muscly character stops as Deku is confused by the flying character. That's when Bakugo then that's when Deku then says, whoa, who are you? And Goku responds with, hey, your power level's pretty strong. Anyway, I'm Goku. And then Deku's like, whoa, Goku? That's an odd name. And then Goku responds with, well, I am from another universe, but my real name's Kakarot. Anyway, what are you doing here? And why do you have such a powerful um why do you have such a powerful aura coming from you? And that box, it's got an even stronger aura than anyone could ever imagine. It's weird. And that's when Deku then says, oh, well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but you seem trusting. I'm from a different dimension. And that's when Goku responds with, whoa, that's cool. Anyway, do you want to fight? And Deku looks at Goku weird, with a weird look. And then Goku then goes, oh, no, 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 I don't mean serious fight. I mean, training. And then Deku goes, yeah, okay. So, anyway, I'm going to iron out where we are in the storyline. So, Goku is at Super Saiyan 1 level and no further, and Deku is able to use 100% of One for All. So, the fight starts off with Goku, first of all, charging at Deku and swinging a punch. Deku dodges this using 100% of One for All, and uses float to fly up in the air and fly up in the air and go from that height and fly down onto Goku, punching him so that the air pressure pushes him into the ground. This does a lot of damage to Goku, but Goku just shakes it off and goes in for another punch. This time he uses instant transmission to throw off Deku, and Deku is unable to dodge this one even with his danger sense quirk. That's when Deku uses Black Whip to immobilize Goku and punches Goku square on in the face, causing Goku to say, "Ah, so you're pretty serious." Goku then says, "Wait, do you want me to go all out?" And Deku says, "Well, I mean, I did come here to get stronger, so yes, go all out." That's when Goku's like, "Okay, stand back." He starts screaming at the top of his lungs, and Deku thinks he's gone crazy. That's when his hair turns golden. He finds then then what's his name? Goku charges at Deku, and Deku realizes that Goku's got a lot faster, a lot stronger. Goku hits Deku square on in the face, causing him to hit the ground and cause a pile of rubble behind him. If he didn't have his mild regeneration quirk right now, he would be doomed. Deku then floats again and speeds at it speeds at Goku quicker than he could dodge, and uses a 100% Detroit Smash to hit Goku square on in the face. Goku takes it and then says, "Kame, Hame." Instant transmissions to behind Deku before he can even compose himself. Ha! It's a direct hit, knocking out Deku. Goku then feeds Deku a senzu bean as Goku suddenly rises up again, undamaged, unscathed from the incident. Goku then asks Deku why he came to this other dimension, and that's when Deku then says, "To get stronger. I need to get stronger because I just do." Goku's then like, "Well, I might have something to help you there." That's when Deku's like, "Well, how long will it take to travel there?" And Goku's like, "Yeah, good point. It might take quite a while." So Deku then responds with, "Oh, we could take my ship." And then Goku points at the weird blue box. "Ah, so that's how you got here. That explains its weird aura." And Deku is like, "I swear I mentioned this before somehow. Is he a bit dull? Is he okay?" But he says this all in his head, and then they both go into this blue box. As the blue box makes the noise again, and Deku says he wants to go to Kami's hideout. Bing. I don't know. Honestly, I've started to see. You probably think I'm crazy at this point. This will not be a standalone part at all. I need to bring another video out at the same day as this. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, so he gets there and he has a look around and he's like, "Oh, this place is pretty nice. Is it floating in the sky?" He says it in a weird tone, as he's never seen anything like this before. And Goku just says, "Yeah, cool, isn't it? Anyway, let's go in." And then he shows Deku to the hyperbolic time chamber. Uh, what That's when Kami comes out. Not Kami. That's when um that's when Goku explains to him what the hyperbolic time chamber does, and Deku's like, "Oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool." But what about my agent? And Goku says, "Well, there's no you can really do about that." So Deku's like, "Well, I need to get stronger, and right now this is the best way to get stronger." So Deku goes into the hyperbolic time chamber by himself. Deku is inside when he realizes the gravity is really extreme, and Goku realizes he failed to tell him that. And when Deku steps outside, he gets hit by a large gravity and is clung onto the floor. Of course, Deku knows that time slows down in here, so he's like, "Oh, I could slow down time by going in here." Deku didn't really see the point, but he just thought it would be a cool place to train and might get him as strong as Goku, who he thought was a normal human, not seeing his tail, because he doesn't have one. So, anyway, Deku continues to train in this hyperbolic chamber for a whole year, whilst time passes outside. Uh, Deku then gets out of the hyperbolic time chamber and realizes that basically he's got a lot stronger. And when he jumps in base form, he can jump like 8 foot, which is really high. It's like double his height and a bit. So Deku then realizes, oh, this is cool. Well, anyway, I should probably go back to the blue box. So he goes back into the blue box, and that's when he sees this weird uh, head-looking thing. So he gets told by the TARDIS to put it on his head, and that's when uh, he puts it on his head and feels a soothing pain, and it's this pain that resonates in his whole body. It's like every single cell of his body is burning up. What the TARDIS has done is implanted some sort of DNA into him, which has turned him into something called half Time Lord. Now, I know Time Lords are rank, but basically, what this does, it means that he doesn't age at all. And by the way, this is horrible science here. So he doesn't age at all, and he can regenerate. He can regenerate up to 12 times. But what regeneration does, rather than changing every cell in his body, it just rejuvenates his cells, which makes it a stronger regeneration. But all the same rules of regeneration follow. And if you don't know what regeneration is, it's when in a show called Doctor Who, he basically blasts with a bunch of golden energy. Every single one of his cell renews to create a whole new person. It's how they replace the actor in the show. But I'm using this to not replace Deku's looks. None of that changes. It's just whenever he dies, he has a chance to regenerate, meaning that he can basically live on. And this regeneration, he can also use the energy as a projectile. And it also means that with his half DNA Time Lord, he lives for a hell of a lot longer. So Deku realizes this, and then he also realizes the time machine. Well, what he's been told to call it, the TARDIS, is now on cooldown. So Deku decides to walk out of the TARDIS and basically see what he can do for the next time, for the next couple of, well, days, maybe a year. He doesn't know how long the TARDIS will take to recharge. So he decides to go and look for Deku again. He's looking around for Deku. Of course, on this world, basically no time's gone by. So he looks around for Deku for no avail. So he decides to go inside the blue box and have a look around. So he has a look around and he realizes that the rooms are like an infinite maze. So he can constantly look and they just keep on going on and on and on. And that's when he realizes that when he took a load of damage, his suit has repaired, and it repaired to create a high-tech screen on it. So he flicks down these screens within his. Have you seen his Deku All Might mock-up costume? He flicks down the screen on his eyes to see a kind of pathway to the TARDIS, and kind of like a map of the area he's in and how to get the entrance and exit. And he reads a pool on there. So he's like, oh, well, I might as well go enjoy my life in luxury, of course. And he realizes when he gets there, it's literally a pool. And then he has a look in this mini fridge, and there's a bunch of refreshments there. And it looks like it looks like there's basically endless amounts. So he spends the day training in the pool, and he does this by just doing as many laps as possible, and that's all successful. Anyway, so he goes outside the TARDIS and then is hit by a loud bang. This is also where I'm going to end this episode because I don't know whether it'll be any good or not. So, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and also tell me if you want a part 2 of this. Honestly, this is really experimental, and I don't think it'll go anywhere, but you never know.